Welcome people, my name is Oscar George Chickenman and oh boy, now it's time to actually jump in the Noble Fates Riverlands update in beta world. And here we are in my test world and let's go check out that water. Look, it's moving, it's growing, it's flowing. It looks so great. It looks so great. Amazing. So many cool things is added in game. Example, rabbit. And now you can see over here we have a bunch of different kind of data. Also for old people, old animals such as boar. We have sex, maturity, age, and then fertility, genes, mobility, vitality, strength, how much they need food, and what is their gain if you butcher them. So I will go deeper into these husbandry stuff in future videos. Today we are putting our full attention for this water and water mechanics and these tools what we can use with water, like power generation with water and everything. So down in the building menu we have a whole new menu which has water stuff. We have gate, pipes, water pump, and then water valve. And then we have power section where we have shafts, hand cranks, water cranks, and then flywheels. And then also under workbenches we have manufacturers. We have loom, lumber mill, and stone splitter. So how we start this thing? I was actually very surprised that water gate example, it needs only building 3 and it doesn't require any power. Because you can just... Oh wait, where's my water? What? Hold your horses. I had lake here. I literally had a lake here. You can see like my water. Okay. Give me a second, I will fix this. And while I'm fixing this problem, I found kill mount and we have completely new fishkins, not anymore ratkins only, but also fishkins, and they actually looks like freaking fish on the dry land. They actually killed my leader, but it's fine. But look at it, they're so cool mutant dudes. So be careful out there. Whole new dangers around you. And we are back, but in different world, because I completely destroyed that world. When you spawn in your world, pay attention that you locate this actual river, which is coming from somewhere and going somewhere. This doesn't run out of water. This will power your world forever. And if you have closed lake inside your world like I had on a previous world, that doesn't last forever. So pay attention so you don't ruin everything like I did. Learn from my mistakes. But yeah, as I was talking, gate, what we have just wooden tier gate, and this doesn't need any power. And what was level you can build this? Building 3. And then you can create just gate which is closed and open, and you can open water for somewhere. This opens so many different possibilities. Example, in your defense, wink wink, if you want. And then what else we have here on water section? We have our pipes, pumps and valves. What I like to do, finding construction, is that we have example 2 pumps, water wheel, and then hand crank, which is like kickstarting the whole system. Like as you can see right now, this system doesn't need anyone actually operate. This hand crank is completely useless currently, because these pumps are pumping water in this mill or water wheel, and this water wheel is generating power for us, and we are generating more power than we are using, aka these pumps will run forever long as we have water. And personally, this flywheel is kind of weird object. Like, why it's flywheel? But overall, it's like technically a battery bank. It can store up to 500 rank units. And example, this water wheel currently it's producing like 20-ish, even though we have 5 pumps. On previous world, I had the river section, and I had 2 pumps which were generating 20 crank, and they were using 10. So I was generating all the time excess energy to run, example, my machines what we have. One thing what you really want to pay attention is that each one of these shaft pieces is using 0.1 crank unit. So you can't build huge networks. You can see this cranky's value is changing all the time, and hovering over it, you can see everything what is going on in your network. And as you can see, there is crankshafts times 62, and it's using 6.2 cranks per minute, I guess. And as you can see, like, you really can't travel mega far away with these shafts, because we don't have any, like, currently any better way to produce crank units rather than those water pumps. So you must make very small constructions and multiple in your base that you want to make this work. Example, as on the post letter, there was picture about little hut where we had these 3 manufacturing machines, and it was just next to lake. And that's one option, very, very viable option. Because in here you can see that I have yet another construction, 2 pumps generating 18.8 ranks, and this is just going up to aqueduct and then traveling far as it goes. Unfortunately, we can't build, currently at least, that kind of Roman aqueducts over your whole base and then dropping down into different spots as aqueducts would work, because our water travels only 20 tiles. Oh wait, that's longer. It's moving very, very slowly though, but that's not 31 tiles actually. I was testing this on my other world, where my water came from lake, not this water source itself, but lake. So maybe the 20 was max with from lake or puddle, and then if you're taking water from your actual water source, it can travel further, other end takes a million years to actually reach there. And I really want to know how far we can go. Well, we'll see if it drops down. But when you take a water example for your farm, like we did here, this, I don't know what broke. Like, for some reason water doesn't go in here. You can't even block this water source, it just goes through. You can't make any dams or anything. But my water went up here and then it fell down here, so we have water for our farms example. And then it went just a little bit further this way, but not like all the way this direction as far as it can. So those aqueducts, it's not a very viable option. But of course, one way is that you are building some kind of aqueduct network, and then you just fill these pools, then you close this gap, and then you travel or you move that water a little bit further, and then you open another gap, and then you fill that pool, and then over time this will evaporate, and then you need to refill it. So if you want to play that way, that's completely one option. But unfortunately, of course it's causing a lot of troubles if our liquid would travel like forever. And but it would be cool. It would be cool to have like actual aqueducts. But at least we can build, example, these kind of constructions which will run forever without any extra energy or any extra power, extra work from your nobles. This is also one thing what I haven't figured out how I managed to fix this, that extra pooling around these water wheels. There's empty space under it, but still it seems that when you fill water from above down below, it will overflow the tile, and then it just generates extra water around your construction. Also, I was testing where we need to drop water, and to be honest, it's quite a shame that it's in the middle, because if you try drop it on this side or this side, it doesn't do anything. It must be in the middle, and then it starts rotating in certain direction. Like, we don't have a control right now which direction your water wheel is turning, which would definitely make sense, and hopefully that will be a thing in future. But right now you need to just drop your water either directly from pipe example or from your aqueduct into your water wheel, or the middle water wheel where this water wheel shaft is, and then it's rotating and generating your power, and then you just connect your actual shafts either side of your water wheel. I think you can also connect it. Yeah, you can still connect it like from both sides and up and down if you want. But it's also very weird if I put my shaft coming directly through my water wheel. It doesn't work anymore, or it shouldn't work anymore. Then one more thing what we have to control our water flow is water valve. This just simply put it on or off, or if you want to control how much water goes through it, you can do it. There's few different kind of functions what you can use if you want. Sadly, we don't have a similar valve or lever or gearbox for shafts. Because example, now if you store energy inside your water wheel, which is actually empty right now. Wait, it's empty. But yeah, if you store your item energy inside your flywheel, inside your battery bank, And if we would have a lever, I could just put lever example here and put each machine before machine a lever, and then I can choose which machines I want to use, and that way control a little bit more where the power is going. Because right now it's a little bit like we can store power, yes, but I have no control when I'm using that battery. Because example now, if I have this, let's take example. Remove these 3 pumps. Turn this hand crank. Someone will turn it on, and then does this whole system restart again. As we can see, that will start gaining more power. And now this system is running all by itself. An example now we have situation which is generating power for us. But if we are adding more machines, that of course add demand, which is constantly demanding more power than we are generating, which is not a good situation. And now we don't have any other way than example hook this one of these connections, and this is like easiest way to reconnect and disconnect your machines from these shafts. Pipes work same way, and then when you want to use this machine, then you just hook up this again. But I think lever would be so much more convenient and much nicer and fancier. But hey, maybe we can get it in future. Hopefully we will. This is just completely new thing what we got in this game, so there's a lot of things to improve. One thing which was pointed out from my viewer, Sionab, thank you so much for a comment in previous video. Sionab pointed out that now since we have example crossbow, which earlier used wood, and now it's using lumber. And if we take a look, our workbench here, and we build our crossbow, it says you require crafting 6, and then you need 12 lumber. And if you want handcraft your lumber, you need crafting level 8. And then if you want to make or use lumber mill to make lumber, you need crafting 10. So in early game, it's, or before you get good enough crafter to actually make lumber, it can be a little bit tricky to get example crossbow, because apparently early game merchants doesn't have enough resources to upkeep your demand. Same thing with fabrics for your clothing and everything. So I kind of see why, because once you get that first level 8 crafter, which happens quite fast, then you can easily make more lumber, and then you can make those crossbows, and then you can keep going wherever you go with your lumber. But still, it's kind of funny, like something which uses lumber has lower crafting requirements than actual making lumber. But it's a little bit funky. But then once you get your first crafter up to level 8, then after that you can get more and more people, and then eventually you have, of course, more people, more crafters, and then it's a problem. But in early game, it's maybe a little bit finicky. Finicky actually get lumber and example crossbows. But then these are not early game items overall, not at all. Because example, if you want to make shafts, I think it was in Foundry, was it in Forge actually? It was in Forge. So you must have building 6 to be able to make forge, and then crafting 11 to make steel couplers. Because these crank shafts, they requires 2 lumber and 2 steel couplers each. So they are quite expensive to use and build, and then you can't even build super long constructions and big constructions because they're using so much energy which you can't produce a lot. So this is definitely helping a large number and large quantities manufacturing these different items. Example, while you're building your end-game castle and everything, having stone blocks made in here with crafting 14 is very nice. Very nice overall. But water function and flowing water is first of all amazing, absolutely amazing. And can't say anything bad about it. It just works a little bit weirdly. Who are you? Cornstalk. Okay, looks super weird, corn. But yeah, we have flowing water. That's amazing. We can open water gates however we want, and build super cool, fully automated construction, which doesn't need any extra energy or working hours from your nobles, and nobles can keep focusing on other things. What this amazing update gave us. What is your opinion about our water and how these manufacturing are working? Have you been using them? What kind of constructions you have built? Oh my god, chit-chatting so much. Like, have you been using example aqueducts to transport your water for your farms, or what kind of features you've been, or how you've been using these new machines, and what is your overall opinion about our manufacturing machines and power production? But yeah, hopefully this opened a little bit for you how our water functions overall, and what you can do with water, because now you can harness power from water, you can generate energy, you can manufacturing items with that energy. So world is your oyster, and let's dive deeper into this Riverlands update on next video, when we take a look in some different topic. Thank you so much for watching, and enjoy next video as well. Thank you so much. Bye bye.